Hi everybody, welcome to On the Spectrum Kitchen. It's Pasta Thursday. So today we're gonna make baked ziti. Alrighty, let's get cooking. Okay, so first things first, preheat your oven to 375 and prep a casserole dish or whatever you've got, like in like this pan or whatever you have and set it aside. Before we start the pasta, we're gonna start with the vegetables and stuff. So I'm going to grab a knife and we're going to chop an onion. But before you do that, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a pan and just let it heat up for a bit. I'm going to push it around the side. Get it a little more even. Okay, so anyway, then we start with chopping the onion. Let me get a little closer, I'm sorry. Okay, so full disclosure, I don't do a lot of savory, so I had to look up a video as to how to chop an onion. So leave like a half an inch or something, or an inch and a half, and just chop off the end. Leave the root of the onion because it helps with the process and stuff. Okay, so there's a tiny little root there we got. And I'm gonna peel it. Hopefully you'll get to it before the onion stench gets to your eyes. And we're gonna cut this in half real quick. So we're gonna use the 1 whole onion. Oh, my sleeves. Oh, I hear it sizzling, so it's ready. So I'm just going to turn this off for a minute, just in case. Well, peel the onion skin off, and remember to leave the root, which is this thing. Bear with me, I don't do a lot of savory stuff, and that includes chopping onions. Hopefully you can see this. We're going to horizontally create some stripes, leaving some room for the roots. If you're having trouble understanding me on how to chop an onion, just find a video online. Alright, now we are going to chop it. Depending on how big you want, I recommend you be a little careful. More careful than how I'm doing anyway. I'm just gonna make it just a tad smaller. The more closer together, the more the root stays, I think. Full disclosure, I barely remember what the video said, so. You may have end up cutting the onions at one point. So far, I am not hit with the watery eyes, which is a good thing. I think it's because I kept the root intact. Make sure you wash your hands after cutting an onion because I don't know if it's the same effect as peppers, but I'm going to assume it's not that pretty. Grab a bowl that I set aside, and it's a good thing I turned that off because this is going to take a while. Thankfully, garlics aren't that complicated. Okay, 1 onion down, 1 to go. Well, I'm not crying yet, but I felt a bit of the sting. Okay. Sometimes these peels are tricky, so. Oh boy, I think I feel like kicking in now, so let's make this fast. Don't close your eyes while doing this because that's suicide. You're gonna end up cutting your fingers. I gotta do more practice on chopping an onion, apparently. Apparently that's like the first things they teach you in culinary school. I did not go to culinary school. I am self-taught and everything, so. Oh boy, yeah. I feel like taking it. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna put this in the bowl. Then I'm going to wash my hands. Turn the heat on the stove back on. And then we'll continue. In the meantime, oh god, excuse me. Okay, I'm better now. If you know any easy methods to avoid the onion eyes, tell me in the comments. I'm begging you, please. I'm gonna add a little more oil because I feel like some of them may have evaporated from either the heat or some of the room temp stuff. I'm just gonna add just a little bit. Oops, maybe a little too much, but that happens. I will put the meat back in the fridge for a minute. Okay, now that that's done, you know what? I'm sorry. Had a bit of a mix up for a second. So, I'm just gonna take care of the garlic before I forget. You're gonna take 2 cloves and you're gonna mince them. You can do it with a knife, but for me, I'm not good at it, so I'm gonna use this baby. It's a garlic mincer. Not onion, garlic. It's garlic. It's a garlic mincer. So you put it in here and press down. Cool, right? It gives you teeny little pieces. Just take out whatever is stuck in there. Right. Now that the garlic's taken care of, we are going to cook the onions. You're going to cook them for a good 5 minutes or until they're translucent and fragrant. Oh, I'm going to lower the heat. Ow. Oh, which reminds me, always do medium heat when handling an onion. I mean, cooking onions. Yeah, I accidentally put in too much oil. And I am super paranoid about getting burned. You probably shouldn't be, you're a chef, but I am. Set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, counting down.
Okie dokie. So, that's taken care of. There's an onion skin. So, like I said, we give it a good 5 minutes. I did not chop these nicely enough, but meh, what are you gonna do? While that's starting, you can start the pasta water if you want. That part is totally up to you. Where'd I put the salt? Oh my god, it's right in front of my face. I'm losing my mind. Oh. You salt your pasta water to give it flavor. I see it makes a huge difference. Not a lot of people do that, but I do. So we're going to give this a good 5 minutes, like I said. I don't know what fragrant or translucent means. I think it means like soft and stuff. I'll go look it up later. Anyway, just do that for 5 minutes. And just get the other ingredients out in the meantime if we need to. Okay, so I'm still feeling the onion eye effect. I think that's normal with onions. So, now within 5 minutes, we are going to add our 2 minced garlic cloves. And we're going to cook it for about 1 minute until translucent. I'm going to raise the heat on the water for a minute. Stir it around until it's nice and brown, fragrant. Here. This is what it should be able to look like. Oh, I almost forgot. I used a yellow onion because I read that's best for pasta. I think it's a flavor thing. I'm not sure. But if you think if you have a specific onion you like, go with it then. This is what I'm doing. You just tell me in the comments. I'm unusual, aren't I? Okay. So if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I ever had baked ziti in my life. I literally have no clue. You tell me in the comments if you like baked ziti or if you never had it. And tell me in the comments what pasta you like. I guess it all depends on the mood for me. Okay. It's been a minute, so I'm going to grab, oh, step on something. You're going to take a pound of ground beef or ground sausage. That's totally up to you what you want to do. I am going to use ground beef. Maybe next time I'll use ground sausage. And we're going to cook the beef until it's no longer pink. I have to pick my thing because, well, I thought I saw a critter in there earlier instead of that. You should not have known that. I am so sorry. We're going to cook the meat until it's no longer pink. This should take a few minutes. Okay, I was going to clear the air. When I said critter thing a minute ago, when you live in the Midwest, animals will hibernate in there. You just never know. I get spooked by them a lot easily. So, it's just what I do. I just get them off because sometimes they don't like noise. It's just who I am. Make sure you stir it around nice and good. Okay, so I just want to show you how badly I cut these onions. You might want to chop them a little more smaller. Not too small, but small enough. It's almost done, so once we're done with them, once the meat's no longer pink, we're going to drain the grease out of it. I recommend using a sieve or a strainer, whichever one will help. Then we'll get to the pasta and the rest of the stuff. A little piece of advice before I strain this. Make sure you get all your onion skins off your chopped garlic. I am seeing some pieces of onion skin that I did not get. And that's That's on me. Whew, I can still feel the onion stuff. My God almighty. Alright. Now, to the drain, we're going to add a, what is this, 28 ounce? Yeah, 28 ounce can of whole tomatoes with the juice in them. Hopefully the pot I chose is big enough. And 32 ounces of spaghetti sauce. I am seriously hoping this is going to be a big enough pot. If not, I gotta go shopping. Alright, we're gonna stir. Ow. Just be careful when you stir, because apparently this is not a big enough pot, and I really gotta go shopping for a bigger pot. And we're gonna let it simmer for a good 15 minutes. Make sure you just stir occasionally. And if you have the whole tomatoes, just press them down. I don't know if they'll show or not, but press them down as small as you can. Do what the recipe says in the description and not what I'm saying. So I'm starting to think I'm not making any sense. Let me know in the comments if I am. Sorry, and one more thing. Once your pasta water is ready, cook the ziti as directed on the box. Alright, now the pasta is finally done and it's drained. Now I learned my lesson. I'm going to use that pot from now on when it comes to this kind of stuff. So now that it's drained, we're going to add the sauce mix to the pasta. We're going to stir it till it's combined. Oops. Alright. Some of the noodles might get a little stuck to the bottom, so don't get too discouraged. Just try to figure something out. It smells good. Okay. Now we are gonna set this aside for a minute and we're gonna make the cheese mixture. Alright, now on to the cheese mixture. So we're gonna add 1 cup of ricotta cheese. For me, the whole thing is 1 cup, so I did the math, it's fine. So 1 cup of ricotta. Alright, now this recipe calls for 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, but we're going to divide the recipe. So we're going to start off with the 1 cup. Then we're going to add half a cup of grated parmesan. All I had was shredded, so I'm just going to improvise with that today. Next, then we're going to add 1 large egg. You know, I'm going to get a fork to do this. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Oh. Alright, you know what? Doesn't matter at this point. I skipped this step, but that's okay. We're going to add 1/3 cup of basil. Hope I added the right. I'm always so bad at figuring out what size bowl to use. What's wrong with me? This is optional. You can add 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flake if you want something spicy. I'm not doing that because I don't like spicy. Next, we're going to add some salt. Salt and pepper. Okay, now we're going to mix it all until combined. You may have to be a little careful and just hold it up. You know what? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm going to grab a spatula instead. I really got to start planning better. You're gonna have to grab a large bowl, which is something I didn't do because I'm not that, because I'm dumb. Let's put it at that. More forgetful than dumb, but depends on the moment, I guess. Okay. This should be enough. Maybe I did grab the right size bowl. Well, for my case anyway. As for whatever else, simply grab something large. Sorry. Okay, now we're gonna grab the casserole dish. Sorry if you didn't end up hearing an ad. I'm gonna set this aside for now. Smell the dust. Alright, now on to the assembling parts. So we're going to add half of the pasta and meat mixture. Just all up. Spread it, I mean. I'm not going words today. Okay. Next, we're going to add some of the ricotta cheese mix. Okay. Make sure you get the right size casserole dish, because I'm not determining things exactly. Alright, this is the start. And add the other cup of mozzarella cheese. Sorry, where I put it. If your hands are clean, you can just sprinkle it if you want. My hands are clean, don't worry. And we're going to repeat this process until it's either full or until it's all done. Whichever comes first. To be honest, I think I have enough for 2 layers. So the majority of this is stuck to the pot. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that keeps happening. I stirred it, but it may get stuck, so don't get too discouraged like I am out right now. Alright, and the rest of the ricotta mix. A lot of dishes were required for this recipe. Try to spread it as best you can. Hope the volume on the music's okay. Let me know in the comments. And just get a good handful of cheese and spread it around. May take a couple handfuls, but remember, clean hands, which is what I have. finally done. Now we're going to bake in the preheated oven for 30 minutes or until the top is golden brown. Thank you for watching today's On the Spectrum Kitchen. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put the recipe in the description below, so if you ever want to make it yourself, you can. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.